Hi guys, Amber here, filming a little bit later than I had initially planned today. I worked a split shift at work today, which meant I got off at 2, but then had to go back to another location at 6 o'clock until closing. So I thought I'd film it in the afternoon, and that just didn't happen. So instead, you're getting me at my normal time, which is between 10 and 11 o'clock at night on Tuesday. But it's still Tuesday, and even if it weren't Tuesday, if it were later in the week, I would still film it because I've kind of become addicted to it. So there you go, Jen. You've got me addicted after 5 years. So, anyway, some things I wanted to show you guys today. I've got the camera a bit tilted so that you guys can see what I've got on my design wall right up here. Those blocks should look familiar to Kat, Hardhide Kat. They are ones that she designed back, I think, in 2009 for a Twilight block of the month. And I had every intention of doing it when she first started it. It was going to be my first block of the month. I had never done anything like it before. And I decided that I was experienced enough, having never done paper piecing really before, that I could do the advanced blocks. And the first one was a bit rough on me because it was the hands holding the apple. And it didn't quite work out the way I'd hoped. It still actually came out pretty good for a new person doing it, but I don't actually know where that block is now. I might have thrown it away. But anyway, so I decided to start over, and I had the patterns. So I did 3 of the 5-inch blocks. I actually did all of those on Sunday, along with 2 other blocks, one of which I'll show you later in this film, and one of which I can't show you just yet. So, terribly excited, and I plan to do all 12 of the blocks as originally intended in the 5-inch size, and then I'm going to redo them in 10-inch, which I've already blown up the patterns for, and do all the fabrics in Fairy Frost, which led to... I was naughty again. I was. Well, see, I got this idea that I wanted to do the Twilight block of the month in Fairy Frost a little while ago, and I was like, this is such a silly thing because I've never done anything like this before, but I really wanted to do it. And so one of the things I was looking for when I went shop hopping last week was Fairy Frost, and I showed you guys last week what I found of it, which wasn't a lot, and frankly not a lot of the colors will be usable for a Twilight block of the month unless I'm not sticking with colors that I want to stick with. So Mom and I had planned to go to a place called the Treadle, which is in Bloomington, which is about 45 minutes from me, which isn't really all that far, except that we were going to go Sunday, and it turned out the weather was really crappy Sunday. However, I had talked to my mom, and I said, you know, while I don't mind going to the Treadle, I would actually have a lot of fun there, but there's this fabric I want, and it's free shipping this week. Do you think I could do that instead? And so I made a list of all the fabrics I want, and I told her what I absolutely had to have, and I said, anything that goes over what you plan to spend, let me know and I'll give it to you, so that, you know, we could all get it in on one order. And that box arrived yesterday. So I got all this. I think there's 14 cuts of fabric in here, and once I, went through and fondled them all, I pulled them out and I labeled them with just masking tape, and I'm sure this is not good for the fabric, but I don't plan to leave it on there very long, and when I buy stuff like this, I need to know what colors they are later. So this is not labeled with my name. This is actually labeled with the color that it is. So I got some amber and some green. I got both the black, which has like a silver overlay on it, and onyx, which has the pattern but it's not quite so bright. I got a bronzy kind of one. I got gold. I got a light brown. I got another green. Mostly because I already had a couple greens. The blue my mom picked out. I got this dark red that's scarlet, plus this red that's actually called blood. I got this, it's called Antique. Another blue, and this brown. And so I got them all color labeled. And I've got this box here. Let me get these fabrics in here and I will show you my Fairy Frost box. Get in there. This is my Fairy Frost box. So it has all my colors of Fairy Frost in it that aren't scraps. It's like all just yardage. So I have to say, ladies, I was a bit surprised that so many of you had not seen Fairy Frost before. It's an absolutely fun fabric. So I was talking with Elf and Jen about it, and I'm kind of do this for everybody who comments for, say, the rest of the month on my videos in the Talk to Me Tuesday live journal community. I will put your name in for an entry to win. I'll go pick up a couple fat quarters of Fairy Frost, and I'll send them to you, because you know, you guys should really have Fairy Frost, and that's just all there is to it. I'm very determined about this. So yeah, if you leave me a comment between now and the end of the month about Fairy Frost, I will put your names down and I will draw one out, and the winner will get a couple fat quarters of Fairy Frost. Doesn't that sound like fun? So one of the other things I can show you that I worked on is I finished my PPV signature block. All I have to do is do the embroidery on that, and I just haven't yet because I need to find a white pen that I can write, because I don't think my green pen will show up too good on the green. So there's that. And then one of the other things that I did a lot on Sunday. I did those 3 blocks, the PPV block, and then a block that I can't show you, and I made this. This is just this is a pillowcase using Jen's hot dog pillowcase tutorial on Sew Hooked. I did not add the little flange piece, mostly because I couldn't decide which fabric I was going to do, and I have a terrible time lining them up. And what this pillowcase is going to be for is when I finish my As You Wish quilt and get it back from the quilter, well, probably before it goes to the quilter, I'm going to put all the parts for the quilt into this pillowcase, because I'm sending her more than one quilt to work on, and this way she'll know that all the parts are in there, and then when it comes back, when I'm not using it, it'll be stored in the matching pillowcase so that I will know what's in here. So, and I've done that actually for three of the quilts I've made, maybe. I don't think I did it for my friend Taba Bomb, but I did do it for my mom's 2 quilts and mine. We have matching pillowcases for the quilts, so if they ever have to be toted around and whatnot. So I think that's it. I'm trying to remember now. Did I show you guys the blanket for my niece, the seahorses? I know I finished it a couple weeks ago, but I can't remember if I actually showed you guys or put in a picture. If I did not, will somebody let me know and I can show you guys next week, because I'll still have it next week, and then you guys can see it before I give it away. And I think that's it. I really don't have a lot more to show you. Yep, I think that's all I can show you guys. So I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.